15,000 miles, only about 25 feet long, plus a rear bed slide to give you more total space when you get to your destination. This is a small Axis that just came in here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And it's, the RV is in as close to new shape as I think you could ever hope something to get to. The story behind it is a little more tragic, but it's just kind of one of those cases where I think all you can do is shrug your shoulders and say, I guess that's what life throws at you sometimes, and I wish I had a more upbeat way of phrasing that. This is a case where a gentleman and a lady purchased this RV with plans to go all over the place, have a good time. They were able to do that for one season, and then unfortunately the gentleman of the house is no longer with us. It sat in a barn, protected from weather. It's what I call a time capsule coach. It's just been sitting in a barn for 2 years, not being used. And the lady of the house really wanted to get out and do it. She tried sitting behind the wheel a couple times and there was just too many memories. So she brought it to us here at Haylett RV so that this RV could move on and find itself a new home. And other than the road spray that's on the exterior of the RV from this morning, this RV has never spent a day outside in the cold until today. It's like I said, it's what I call a time capsule coach. It's like somebody bought it, buried it in a vacuum sealed container, and they just unwrapped it for the first time. So these Axis motorhomes, they are very different from a conventional rig. It is technically a Class A. It is roughly the amenity level of a Class C, but its purpose, it is custom crafted, engineered to be very comfortable, very drivable. This has a standard 8-foot body versus a more conventional 102-inch wide body like most RVs. Additionally, the cab area actually has a little bit of a bullet nose. The cab does get more narrow up front. Additionally, look at all the glass around the front end of this thing. It has such supreme visibility when you are on the road. It is one of the things that this brand does exceptionally well. Now there is a power drop bed above here, so a cab over bed if you need that extra sleeping, or potentially minor cargo space. You're not going to want to put anything too big or bulky up there, but you do have the ability to do that. You see the hooks right here. Those would work for the ladder that is included with it. You might also notice the little table there just peeking out at us. That is a little table that would go in that central stand right there. There is also a table for the L lounge over here. You'll spot the table in the bedroom. It's just simply not slotted in place currently. So this is designed to be lower to the ground, narrow body, headwind cutting. If you are intimidated about the idea of a big RV, but you don't want to tow something, that's where these come into play, ladies and gentlemen. We do have heated power side mirrors with turn signal cameras, and those will display on the kind of all-in-one centralized system we have here. This is GPS, backup camera, side view, turn signal cameras, all kinds of stuff. Our co-pilot station has the handy little flip-open table, so that if you're over here and you need a place to, run a tablet or a laptop or something in transit, or if you're going down the road, you want a place to, put a plate of food while you're working, you can do that. Now, if I take a seat on this L lounge, you will see that the entertainment is located on the corner of Boardwalk and Park Place. It is right at the corner of easy viewing and happy camping right there. That's obviously 4 corners and 4 streets. It's an interesting road. Anyway, so the biggest thing is this RV just hasn't, like I said, really been used. You're not going to find cabinetry blemishes. You're not going to find scars and scabs all over this thing. It's got no carpet in the living area. There is a small amount up here in the cab, obviously, where I was at, but that keeps your feet warm too sometimes. All of our countertops are going to be a pressed edge membrane material, including this extra large leaf here. Excellent drawer space. You got the 4 conventional drawers there, 4 bigger drawers. Now that tall vertical thing is like a slide open kind of shelf pantry. Above and below that refrigerator you have storage, and they can do that because this has a 7-foot tall interior down here in the cab area. We also have a large central closet. But it occurs to me, we're watching a video. Why am I telling you about these things when I really should be showing you these things? And I tell you what, it's about 17 or 18 degrees outside before the wind hits your skin. It is a cold Michigan day. And the cab heat in this thing is kicking butt, ladies and gentlemen. She is running like a champ. Engine runs great. Like I said, it just hasn't been running a while, but it certainly still is running well. That much I can say. All the original owner's manuals, everything present and accounted for here. Let me do a little sideways two-step between all these open drawers that I left and take a look at this extra large central closet that we have right here. Now you can see the previous owners came up with a little method of some extra shelf storage space in here, but if you're not real keen to that sort of thing, you could always just pop that right back out. And 4 additional dresser drawers down below that. Now there's additional closet and dresser storage in the bedroom, but I need to take a second to close these drawers because just 3 times rapid fire I just about fell and killed myself, which would have been hilarious on camera. There we go. Let me get us spun around a little bit here. Take a look at this lounge. There is storage below that L lounge. And again, you can see those pedestal mounts in the floor. You'll see the table in the bedroom. There is a removable table you can slot there. So if you want to open for lounge space, if you want to set it up for dining space, you can do whatever you want in there. Great little couples rig with some sort of comfy guest capacity, you know. This is an awesome traveler's rig. That's what this is for. This is not designed to be like, hey, I want to go someplace and I want to live in this for 6 months. Now, I'm not saying that physically it's not capable of doing that. I'm saying that the layout is designed for traveling convenience and full function while on the road. While, you know, you basically it's a base camp when you reach a destination. Now, I did notice they put a little custom crafted little foot riser right here. I'm going to guess somebody did not have the extra long legs that my long body possesses, and their feet were hanging off the floor when they were in the toilet, which is obviously no fun. Now, the 7-foot interior does mean that even a big person like me can get up here. And you do have a sliding pocket privacy door here, by the way. Now, I mentioned in the bedroom there's more storage. I love what they did under this bed, because it's the bed itself slides, not the bed base. So that means that you have these extra big drawers down here when you need them. Notice, too, we're still carpetless back here, except for the little step by the bed so that your feet at night don't get cold. Now, they did a really good job of pointing this rear bed slide back here. Normally, by the way, I would take some time to show an RV with the slides closed in transit. The only thing in this RV that changes is that when you're going down the road, this mattress has to fold. So you do lose the use of the bed when you are on the road. That being said, this is a floor plan I still consider fully travel accessible due to the fact that the slide doesn't open out of the side. It will always open within the confines of your own parking space at whatever travel stop you find yourself at, whether it's, say, like a Walmart parking lot or an actual travel rest stop. So you can always use this thing to full capacity on the road. Extra storage above, and look at the detail work they put into these side stands. Those side pockets have power outlets in them. Our heated blanket users, CPAP, phone charger type folks, you are going to be all set. And back here, notice too, something that I think they really borrowed from the other Thor brands that build motorhomes, like the fancy Class A jobs, where they'll put an entertainment center and controls right back by the bedside, so that when you are laying down, you can easily maintain full control over the entertainment system that you will find here in the bedroom of this Axis motorhome. Circling back to a couple things that I mentioned inside, again, until today, this thing had never seen any sort of, road spray, debris, grime, anything like that. It has been just stored in a barn. Now, remember, this is not an extra wide body motorhome. This is actually a reduced body width rig designed for going down the road, cutting through headwinds, and this is a decent angle to get to see. Right behind that driver's side window, and good God, that wind is cold. I hope you appreciate us out here in the weather doing this stuff. RVing is fun, but RV videos in this kind of weather, not as much fun. But hey, that's what you do. Some days are fun, some days are work. Anyway, right behind the driver's side window, you can see I don't want to say crease because it sounds derogatory, but you can see where the wall, angles up toward the nose of the rig. This, again, has an even more narrow nose than the body, so if you get hit by a wicked headwind, which is what I'm feeling right now, you'll cut right through it. Now, this is a reduced height rig. This does not sit extra tall. The chassis is not all super stretched. It does go through some stretching process, but it's also not specifically lifted elevated, which means that your belly storage will be a little bit limited as a result. But again, this is something that's made for, I think, more what I call weekend jet setting. Not to say that it couldn't be used for other things, but I believe my impression is the general intention of this is for someone who's going to be hooking up and heading out. Now, I have looked at the specs on this several times, And it is, every spec that I can find tells me this has an 8,000 pound tow rating, which I find very suspect. With the Ford chassis this is on, traditionally you'll have a 5K tow rating. Now, I am not an Axis motorhome dealer. It is entirely possible. It has undergone some level of special construction and or engineering and upfitting that has allowed it to achieve a higher tow capacity. So I guess with my training, the information I know about motorhomes on a Ford chassis with a Triton V10 gas engine is that they would have a 5K tow rating, or in the case of a Jayco, a 7,500 pound tow rating, because they have special chassis upfit things done. So it is possible. Sometimes things like that are done, but they are exceptionally uncommon. Maybe this is one of those exceptions to the rules, but I always exercise caution, I exercise research, and that's one of those things that I need to do a little bit more looking on, but I at least want to give you information, and I want to give you the things to look for if you do choose to pursue your own research, rather than just get caught blindsided. So we've passed the outside entertainment center, the max size awning. You saw the awning over the rear slide. Here's another good look at that awesome windshield. I mean, there's a lot of good going on this, guys. And it is not every day you find one that just was not used very much. You know, a like new rig like this. So give us a call. We do, trades, finance, everything in between. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone. I'm going to go warm up now. Whew.